Hey, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another beauty talk video. Today I'm starting a new series where I'm going to be giving you 8 tips. And today our video is about 8 tips to grow and maintain healthy hair. Before we get started though, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video out because we are on the road to 5,000. That's 5,000 subscribers and I need your help to do it. So let's go ahead and jump into today's video. As you can see, I am styling one of my clients' hair. She is a longtime client of mine and she comes every about 3 weeks or so to get 2-strand twists. As you can see, she has a lot of hair. And while I was styling her hair, it made me think, like, what are some things that I could tell my viewers and my beauties to maintain healthy hair? And the first tip is to start with scalp care. What you see me doing right here is using my Relief Scalp Tonic. Let's talk about the one thing that everybody wants: healthy growing hair. But here's the truth. Healthy hair starts with a healthy scalp. That's exactly why I created the R&R Root Relief Scalp Tonic. It's a lightweight serum-like blend made to calm irritation, balance your scalp's pH, and nourish your roots so your hair can truly thrive. It's packed with natural ingredients like aloe vera juice for hydration, seaweed extract for strengthening, and tamanu oil to soothe inflammation. Plus, it's vegan, cruelty-free, and made with love for women who are serious about scalp health. What I love most about R&R is how versatile it is. You can use it as a pre-shampoo treatment, a leave-in while wearing a protective style, or just a midweek refresher when your scalp needs a little TLC. Whether your hair is natural, relaxed, or under a wig, this tonic works for you. If you've been struggling with dryness, itchiness, or thinning, this is the reset your scalp has been waiting for. Your hair can't grow from an unhealthy foundation, and R&R is designed to change that. Join the R&R mailing list today to be the first to know when it officially launches, because healthy hair starts at the root. Tap the link below, sign up, and let's get your scalp back in balance. I'm going in with this tool that I got from another hairstylist that lifts up any buildup. And because this particular client sees me every 3 to 4 weeks, I always want to go in and give her extra scalp care, extra love, because healthy hair and hair growth starts with your scalp. You should be cleansing regularly with a gentle or sulfate-free shampoo. And again, using my Root Relief, you can always do a nice pre-poo. Also, if you want to up your scalp care, you should incorporate scalp massages to stimulate growth. The next tip that I have, if you would like to maintain healthy hair, is to shampoo your hair regularly. Now, we've already talked about cleansing your scalp, but let's not forget about cleansing your hair. When you're cleansing your hair, you want to go in first with a clarifying shampoo to lift up any and everything that could be on your hair, whether that's product or oils or dirt or sweat. And then you want to go back in with a moisturizing shampoo. And I know that there is a big controversy in the natural hair world about how often you should be actually shampooing your hair. And it is my professional opinion that you should shampoo your hair at least every 2 weeks. I prefer every week, but I do understand that when you're getting styling every week is just not feasible. But I would definitely say shampooing your hair every 2 weeks is a great schedule to keep your hair hydrated, to keep your hair clean, and to really give your hair all of the moisture and nutrients that it's going to need from day to day. The next tip, number 3, is to stay consistent with moisture. After you've cleansed your scalp and you've cleansed your hair, the next thing is to lock in that moisture into your hair, especially for my curly girls. It takes a little bit more to lock in moisture because the natural sebum that's produced on your scalp is not going to travel all the way down to the ends of your hair because of your curls. So this is the time where you should use the lock method. I prefer the lock method. Now, I do know some people like to use the LCO method, either one, but make sure that you're using a leave-in, an oil, and a cream. A leave-in conditioner, some of my favorites, as y'all know, are from Design Essentials. I'll leave them up here on the screen. And then using an oil that is going to really moisturize. I'm going to leave some recommendations again up here on the screen. When it comes to oil, I know a lot of people like to make their own oils, but I will say that if you're using essential oils, there are certain percentages of essential oils that should be mixed with carrier oils. And sometimes we can be doing more harm than good when we mix our own. So I would suggest using some of the ones that I have up here on the screen just because they have already been tested by chemists. And after doing all of this to get my own product in production, I realized that those percentages for essential oils are very important and can either make or break your product. And then next, ending with a nice cream. I love to use these up here on the screen, but again, any type of cream that's going to seal in that moisture. Next, you want to minimize your heat damage. As you can see, I am using the Rev Air to stretch her hair before we put her in these 2-strand twists. Now, the Rev Air reverse air hair dryer is my favorite tool for my natural girls who are afraid of heat damage because it does not cause any excess heat damage. It actually just kind of sucks the moisture out of the hair versus like blowing all that heat onto it. But if you are someone who likes to use a traditional blow dryer, always use a heat protectant before you go in with that dryer. Even with the Rev Air, I still use my heat protectant, but you can control the tension and the heat distribution on the Rev Air a lot better. So again, that's why I like to use it. And then always try your best at finding heatless styles. If you can air dry, now don't just wash your hair and then leave it to its own devices. When you're air drying, make sure that you're sectioning and that you're twisting or braiding the hair up into small sections so that it can fully dry without it being super tangled. But if you really want to maintain healthy hair, reducing the amount of heat or direct heat that you're using on your hair is going to be a pivotal step. Tip number 5, if you want to maintain and grow healthy hair, you have to feed your hair from within. Remember that what you put into your body comes out of your body. And so if you are noticing that your hair is very dry, damaged, and brittle, maybe you should increase your water intake. Check your diet and make sure that is balanced, and possibly take some supplements such as biotin or collagen to help increase those in your natural hair. Tip number 6. Anytime you are handling your hair, be gentle, especially when you are detangling. Always start from the ends of your hair and work your way up to the root. If your hair is wet and you're detangling, please remember that your hair is at its most fragile state when it's wet. That's why you don't want to go to sleep with your hair wet, because you might end up getting like some breakage from that. You don't want to just go in without a wide tooth comb or like an unbrush or something that can really go in and detangle. And you want to consistently keep your hair detangled, because if you're getting those little knots and you're constantly getting those knots, you're going to end up with more breakage. Tip number 7, protect your ends. If you are doing a protective style, what makes a style actually protective is that your ends are sealed. Sew-ins can be protective styles if done with low tension, because your hair is put up. Wigs, the same thing. Braids, the same thing. I will say with braids, something that I've noticed is that braiders don't like you to come in with any product on your hair, and I understand that for like the like crispness of the style. However, I always still come in with like a little bit of a leave-in conditioners on my hair, because you still need to seal that moisture, just like we were talking about earlier. You still need to have that moisture in your hair so that when you do seal those ends, they have like the nutrients that they need, and then they're put away. If you're putting them away dry, then it's kind of counterproductive. Always choose low tension hairstyles and make sure that you're caring for your scalp and while you're wearing your wigs or braids. And my last tip is to get consistent trims. I know a lot of people are scared of scissors and going, and they think that stylists, cut too much. But even if you are just dusting your ends at home, trimming is so important. You cannot maintain growth if your ends are splitting from the bottom. So your hair might be growing from the top, but your ends are splitting from the bottom, and next thing you know, you're stuck at shoulder length hair for, your whole life. So as you'll see here in the video, I'm just going through and taking off the very ends of her twist because she comes to me regularly. Normally I do a full blowout and trim, but for this particular client, I decided that this time we would only just snip her ends because they weren't too bad and it was time for her normal trim. But get on a trim, whether it is every 8 weeks or once a quarter or twice a year. Remember, if you're doing twice a year, you're going to have to cut more, but please get on a normal trim schedule. But that's it. That's all. Those are my 8 tips to maintain and grow healthy hair. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video out. We will be doing more tips and you do not want to miss it. I appreciate all of you who are tuned in. Also, you see this gorgeous healthy head of hair and these twists. This style is going to last her for another 3 to 4 weeks, and we're just going to keep growing our healthy head of hair. If you are looking to book a service, you can always go to my website, and I will see y'all in the next one. All right? Peace. Before you go, don't forget to grab my beginner lace guide, your go-to resource for mastering flawless installs at home. You can also shop my Handle with Care merch, where I have sweatshirts, hoodies, hats, and more, and book your next hair appointment over at my website, www.bsssU.com. Make sure you're following me on all socials. Everything's under B Stokes Styling. And if you're still watching, stay right here. Click one of these videos and keep learning with me.